So let me see. Recording. Yes, so I am recording.
Yeah,
The
okay
screen
then.
is showing recording and I can share it with everyone.
Yeah,
Now
okay
you
then.
can start it.
Yeah. So it's Yingdi is a host. So yeah. Okay.
Maybe-
Dr. Ing, Surendra is our counterpart.
Right. Hello, Surendra.
He's a musician in Nepal.
Right.
Hello,
Surendra.
Surendra.
Let me just introduce Dr. Yasmin. Let us introduce to each other. Yeah, and I start first. My name is Ying Liu. I'm a lecturer at London School of Science and Technology. And I'm also founder of several projects since COVID. And it's non-profitable, and we're keeping that way. And we're happy and interested in creating different projects. And the current one is the project we are very much interested in. And we like to further expand the model. We share the model with us, live PBL with us, because there are rich experience as well as mechanisms, templates, accreditations, international collaboration with conferences and seminars and so on. So we like to share all this with you. And in the field of homestay, now we have successfully piloted in music, the field of music. And that has been collaborating with Capital Normal University, led by Professor Lee, and has been involved with dozens of undergrads and postgrads. And most recently, we involved with Chinese local community. Remember that Yingdi is the leader of the local community. That's a really local community. It's the actual local community. It's just the people like us, based in Dalian. And we have different levels, different layers to creating such kind of training scenarios so that we could share experiences, as well as we have the good resources for setting up professional trainings like Dr. Yasmin is going to deliver, Dr. Andy Hogg is going to deliver in the field of IT, as well as digital tools to promote projects, as well as how to use digital tools to initiate projects, to promote projects from entrepreneur and project innovators' point of view, right? So I'm going to explain all this afterwards. So this is something from my side, and I hope you'll be interested in. So today's purpose that I organized this meeting is just to communicate to our Nepalese counterparts, because they have the need to have homestay training programs, and they have really a good experiences working in youth training, as well as United Nations projects and many other projects. So there's a lot of things we like to learn from each other. Okay, so that's from me. Dr. Yasmin, can you introduce yourself? And now we go around with our Nepalese counterparts.
Sure. Thank you. I'm so pleased to be in this meeting and meet Ram Patel, Surendra, Namrata, and Yingdi as well. I think me and Yingdi were earlier also in one of the meetings, but I'm meeting you guys for the first time. So absolutely a pleasure. Nice seeing you people from Nepal. I'm Dr. Yasmin Mirza. I have like about 20 years of experience now in various areas of working, and presently I'm with an organization called Capital Case. Now, Capital Case specifically helps youth, young people, or people who are starting up their businesses for the first time in their local areas, but want to grow. They want to globalize. So we help such organizations. We make them understand, or we train them as to how to deal with international customers, how to spread your business, how to do online marketing, how to create your story, because everybody has a very nice story, especially you people. I mean, you have such a big history, cultural heritage, and tourism in Nepal. But how to polish it, how to present it to international people, how to put your story there on YouTube, on our website, so that people see really what is of value. So ultimately, how to bring in more customers through the customer funnel and increase the business. And not just about money, it is about having a reputation. So how can your organization build a brand value, a brand which is recognized internationally? And how do you get reputed? Because your competitors, they sometimes will get 4 people more, sometimes you'll get 5 people more, and the competition keeps on happening. But when you build a brand, when you build a reputation, then you are like the number one, or everybody knows you globally and wants to come to you. And we have some very good ideas, Dr. Ying, and we were discussing, about your music, about your stories, about your mountains. Those things can be really put there in the way the global people or the European people or the Americans understand, and then they're attracted to you. And nowadays it's important to talk about how circular economy is being taken care of, how your business is green, how your business is sustainable, it is supporting the earth, it is not causing any climate damage. Those things can be highlighted for you. So we can, discuss with you, find out what are the good points in your business, what you're offering, and then put it in a way which is understood globally and make you stand out from your competition. And you can be known not only in Nepal and surrounding region, but because we'll help you build a better website, build a better communication, better marketing, you can be known globally. So it's a big transition from being a local player to a global player. And we are already helping one institution in Nepal only. That's a happy surprise. So we are helping 3 youths who have started a company. And I can't share the details because of the confidentiality, but it's another superb idea. And we are helping them bring their product to global scale. And right now we are working for them in Dubai because that's where they're interested. So we are helping them. So it will be a great pleasure working with you people, and we do really see a lot of potential. How it can work is, first of all, we try to understand what's your requirement, what do you really need. So we don't want to give you something like, a general solution. We will first understand what you want, what are you looking forward to, in 6 months to 1 year, where do you want to reach? Okay. And according to then those needs, we propose or build some solutions. We again discuss with you. If you like those solutions, then we can work together on those. If you want some modification, we can again change a little bit till you are satisfied, and then we can implement those solutions. And we'll keep on helping you, seeing that those solutions work in future as well. So it's not like one time we meet you, sell you something and run away. So definitely me and Dr. Ying, we don't want to do that. And it is like, we also want to see how our suggestions, how our plans have worked for you guys. So we'll be there helping you progress, seeing your progress, and there for whenever you want to ask any question or further suggestions. So that's how we are planning. And Dr. Ying has got a nice presentation as well. I don't know whether you've seen it already, but he has put all those approaches there on the slides.
It's a framework, and I'm just highlight the key, explaining about the key principles of the framework, so so that we can visualize what this training is about. What this training is about. Sure. And I hope, because it's very different from other trainings, and we've been experimenting, and I think it's very much closely relating to what Dr. Yasmin is talking about. because when that's why we have Dr. Yasmin to collaborating with us, because from the perspective of training point of view, Dr. Yasmin is interesting to see these entrepreneurs, the
Helping
needs,
people grow their
as well
businesses.
helping them to grow and so on. But the communication is the key, definitely. Communication is the key. Now, learning by doing is one of the approach that we can open up the communication. And don't forget, when we have a project in international business in nature, this is international business in nature, right? And we, from the right beginning of the communication, bring cross-cultural cultural skills in. Where these skills coming from? It's coming from learning by doing. So we see something really simple, we see something easy to get on with, but you can develop and innovate your potentials just using these basic tools. Now you can present yourself to each other. We can present things to each other. So once we been having common interests, that's where cross-cultural communication takes place. Because if you don't have a common interest, it's very difficult to talk about using language. So this platform is not just to bring the resources in, but most focus on communication, most focus on the models and the projects, but also provide the space for initiatives as well as people who want to identify something more than just initiative. They want to go ahead and do it. And therefore, we bring all this kind of standardization, accreditation, all this in to make sure this is not something like a tool from our head. This is something that in line with education training, right in the front of professional development. That's why we want to bring the CPD in, because they also give the accreditation. And if they understand our platform is at a certain professional level, that means we're on the right track, right? So that's something, yeah.
Okay, I think I forgot to introduce Capital Case and ourselves properly. So Capital Case, we are 3 founders, myself, and then we have Nawal from Saudi Arabia and Parikshit Mukesh, who is from India, but all of us have studied at different places. So I have completed my business degree from Hull International Business School, London, while Parikshit Mukesh has done his studies in Dubai and Boston from another campus, and Nawal, she has done a double MBA from Paris and Dubai. So we are an international organization having setups at different places. So right now we are registered in London as a company and also in Dubai as a company. And we operate globally, but we do help people from various countries, from Africa, from India, from Nepal, from Thailand. So our clients are global, and we are also providing this similar kind of service to some other institutions as well. And Dr. Ying was talking about CPD. So I think you can maybe explain the importance of CPD. I don't know if Ram Patel has already discussed with you. So CPD is
we'll do it at some stage. But first of all, try to understand what's new about our training. So that's something that we like to make it clear, and also make everybody interested in what's new about, why we have this new approach. You see, that's the main thing.
Right.
And the other one is to make
CPD, actually, Namrata and Ram, this is something which is a highly reputed standard in UK. So that is why Dr. Ying is emphasizing on CPD. So courses that are CPD certified are they are accepted globally. So if you say that, you have done a CPD certified course offered by such and such people, that means you can talk about it to anybody in the world, and it is recognized.
Right.
Yeah, so I was on the website of CPD, and I learned from there a lot.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So Ram and Namrata, can you introduce yourself?
Namrata.
Namaste. I am using through mobile so that it's impossible through joining to hand. But my name is Namrata, sorry, as you know that, and I am entrepreneurs working in the field of sustainable agriculture and sustainable tourism. And now I am also agriculture graduate and maybe screen. Ramsar has shared the screen.
Yes. Continue. You can continue.
There is problem. Okay.
yeah, we see
And
a poster on the screen which is saying Utpadan Ra Paryatan Sansarge.
Anything wrong?
It's gone.
my screen is gone.
Oh, okay. Wait.
It's there. Okay, नेपाल के पहलो एकमात्र होमस्टे बुकिंग प्लेटफॉर्म માં સ્વાગત છે. I can see that.
Wow, you can read
Wow, you
Nepali.
can read it.
Yeah, I can read it.
Wow,
Thank you.
amazing.
Our
Wow.
motto is Utpadan र पर्यटन सँगसँगै.
Great. Yeah,
Agriculture need to coordinate with tourism sector,
with tourism.
and tourism is the marketplace for agriculture sector. With the motto of this, we have started EcoHomestay Nepal.
Okay.
And Ramsar has shown the detail about it in website.
Okay, so that is why it is Eco Homestay Nepal.
EcoHomestay
This
पर्यटन
Nepal.
का
site
लगी
details are
कृषि.
example of homestay of Nepal. Homestay and farmstay.
Okay, कृषि का लगी पर्यटन आर्थिक संकट को समाधान कृषि पर्यटन प्रविधि र पर्यावरण.
Solution to poverty, solution to financial problem is tourism and agriculture.
Great.
Not only tourism, not only agriculture. Tourism and agriculture interlinked.
Combined.
And it should be community based in the form of homestay and farmstay. And youth like Namrata and all the youth of Nepal, they should be get involved into agri-tourism, eco-tourism, sustainable tourism, sustainable agriculture, cultural tourism, music tourism, film tourism. So these are the strength of Nepal, and this should be marketed worldwide, globally.
Correct. It has to be
That is what we
shown to
are.
the world.
Yeah, but our challenge is marketing. As you know, in Nepal, they don't have capable human resource who can showcase the product, such diamond product to the whole world, you know.
We can help you
So
there.
yeah, first time I realized this, you know, and I'm really I'm mobilizing youth like Namrata. I am telling them, but they are not ready to listen. Very few people, very few youth, they have locked themselves. They say, no, I don't have to listen to you. I have to go abroad.
Okay.
I do not have to stay in this country. There is nothing to do in this country. There is no scope. There is nothing. So thank to Namrata who listened to me and few of her friends. So one homestay is being run in village of Namrata.
Okay. What's the name of the village of Namrata?
Namrata, continue. Namrata, now you can speak.
My
Your
network
poster is gone.
weaker, so that
Can you show the poster again?
I have been disconnected.
Okay, no
so that
problem.
Ramsar has continued or not?
Yeah, Namrata, you have to tell about your village,
Mm.
about Dhorpatan family farm
Okay,
stay.
Okay. Ramsar, will you please share the screen of the Patel family farmstay?
Okay.
In today's world, marketing is everything. Even if you have
You
the
are
best
right.
of the things, if you don't tell the people, nobody knows.
You are right,
Marketing is
doctor.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you are right.
So,
I
mm,
cannot see the screen, another screen. Namrata,
yes, sir.
त्यो ठिकै छ अब अहिले ल भिलेजको बारेमा अब यो यहाँबाट आएन नि त
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so what I would suggest is it's just to give you Dr. Yasmin's idea what their background is, and we can have a bit more time. We can have more details of the information at other time. But what about the Ram? You introduce yourself,
Okay.
or yeah.
Okay, so I was telling that my main objective is that people like Dr. Ying and Madam Asmin and whole world should help me to help Nepal. What my request to you all is that we need to help the required skill to the youth of Nepal so that they can listen to people like me. And when they listen to me, they will get engaged into agriculture. Nepal is very rich in agricultural resources naturally. Nepal is very rich country in natural resources. Nepal is very rich country in biodiversity and agrobiodiversity and water resources and aquatic resources. Nepal has a lot to sell. Nepal is already a brand. But it is very sad to share with you that Nepal is left behind. The people of the whole world and the whole university, I know they are friend of Nepal. They worry about Nepal. They want to help Nepal. But what I realize is that they do not know exactly how to help Nepal. So I'm here to let you know how the whole world can help Nepal and how the problem, mainly the poverty, mainly the employment, mainly the youth immigration and the farmers, So the key solution is the sustainable tourism, community-based tourism, and interlinked with sustainable agriculture. So, let me tell you that
We can't hear you properly.
rural municipality. That means
We couldn't hear you properly in
now.
between, and Namrata is lost.
So this is one problem in Nepal, the internet problem, the infrastructure. Anyway,
Yeah.
at least we have this much that we are connected to you.
Sure.
Luckily, I am in capital city now, at present in Kathmandu. But Namrata is in very rural village, the village I was showing you.
Right.
We will definitely see
So,
after your introduction.
So it is
Yeah.
obvious that Namrata is getting very poor connection.
Yeah.
We
have to move forward now. I use my PPT to explain what the training is like, what the training looks like, so that if we are interested in, now we would carry out the training by that model. Is that clear, Dr. Yasmin?
Yeah, it's clear to me. Ram, I wanted to ask you that, have you had discussions with Dr. Ying, and are you at the stage where you are ready for the presentation to be shown? I mean, you have the background clarity that we are trying to give a structure to the whole problem, which you just mentioned, a lot of problems. And we are trying to develop a structure where, as you said, help me to help Nepal. So we are trying to help you via giving you some structured knowledge which is present with people which are outside Nepal. You can have that too, and you can, work similar to those people and bring Nepal to the level. So this is what we are trying to show to you. Is that okay with you?
One more thing I want to add, and then I'm ready to listen to you.
Yes.
Our friends, China and India, these two nations are growing nations in the world, and
True.
I think this is why they are accountable. They are not only responsible, they are accountable to help Nepal.
Very true. Very
True.
true.
True. You
Yeah.
are our neighbor, and I've been to Nepal. You know that?
Really?
Yes, I've been to
Oh, no.
Kathmandu, and I came for a trek, and I've been to Nepal, to
Which
Kanchenjunga,
Kanchenjunga?
Kanchenjunga Base Camp.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, it is
And
beautiful, Nepal.
next time when you are in Nepal, now we are your family. We have a homestay. We have a farm stay.
And that is
You are
why,
not going now.
yeah.
You are not supposed to stay in a hotel. You have to stay with our family.
Have you heard of Mr. Jirpe? He's going to join us. Maybe Dr. Ying had explained. He's an expert on mountaineering, and Nepal is his second home. India is his first home, and Nepal is his second home. So Mr. Jirpe, he's the one who arranges a lot of homestays for people who come for mountaineering, and he has extensive network there. And we have pulled Mr. Jirpe with us to interact with you people.
Okay.
That is going to
Well,
definitely help your business.
So, Asmin, thank you, Dr. Asmin. Thank you so much. You are already you made us feel proud. Thank you so much that you love Nepal. You are supporting Nepal. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Ying. I think we are ready for your presentation.
hello, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes.
Dr. Ying.
Right, good. And this is I just highlight the. Let me see what this here. Here we go. Okay, so some new tools as well. So so the training is in the theme of enabling Nepal homestay entrepreneurs. This is kind of a workshop. What does it mean workshop? Is hands-on skills, communication, as well as bring project initiatives together. And we believe as a trainers, we have resources, capacities to enabling the projects happening, right? So this is the workshop. So if we just listen to you, or you just listen to us, and neither party would be enabling, that means we support one another, right? So we need to have something to bring these things in. Now, we cannot just have a daily conversation, just talk about it, present it, and so on. And we must have a structure, like Dr. Yasmin said, we have a structure there. We bring high level of training structure in, and it's standardized, and we know, or we almost know, because we piloted, that structure is working. Okay, so this is something the essential. We bring the structure in, and we know the structure is working. Now, if you're interested in the structure, Dr. Yasmin is interested in the structure, I'm interested in the structure. Now we have a common framework, you see? So that is the purpose for today, that we understand the structure. And then Dr. Yasmin would deliver the training courses accordingly, and we know that is going to work. Yeah, so that's the thing that we are going to develop. Now, in the structure, we have three themes. is we're fusing music, mountaineering, cuisine, and a health project. Yes, we got 3 themes. Why 3 themes? Because in Homestay, we have many, many themes. And for Nepalese, for Chinese, for Indians, we think we have a lot of themes. Oh, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. But all these ideas are not into the project framework. That causes entrepreneurs to develop the promoting materials, but also to bring our initiatives to the market, because we do not know on which theme we can make it to be successful and what resources we need and how are we going to do it, right? So what in the workshops, we have several different themes, and you can see how we share the ideas and how we develop project framework by different themes. If you cannot follow the music, you can probably follow mountaineering. If you can't follow mountaineering, you follow food and health. Yeah, cooking, food and health. Or maybe you can bring your own themes in countryside, agriculture, so you can bring it in, right? So we have a different themes there. At the moment, we have resources to support these 3 themes. Music is from the Capital Normal University with art and dancing, and that definitely is a theme for Homestay. And mountaineering, as Dr. Yasmin said, we have expert in mountaineering and it's already being mature market. They have mature marketing experiences and so forth. Food and health, although this is new, but it's not new to us because we're all familiar with family and food and health, right? So these streams we bring in as main elements in the structure. We know they are working because we got resources and we have piloted how the training is going on so that we can make our training fruitful, right? So what is the team? So what I just said, that we have the different themes and we have resources and we know it's going to work. Is Professor Yuan Li is a music professor, and we've been working together for 3 years. And there's a lot of projects going on in music. And her team of students involved with undergrads and postgrads. They are trained to be music teachers. And that theme can come from family education, for homestay, for children, for professional, for hobbies, for interests. A lot of different ideas can bring in. But we have such resources to assist that happening into project framework to promote the theme of music and art, right? And Dr. Yasmin, that is capital case, is on the level of entrepreneurs, project innovators, and to develop projects on the business operational level to promoting the ideas when people bring it in. Now we have Udmashi and mountaineering that Dr. Yasmin introduced. We have a Dr. Andy Hogg, and it's in IT side. It's digital tools, multimedia tools, storyboard, project framework, vocational skills standard, and the last and not least, English, right? We can't get away from it because it's international. So that's where Dr. Andy's expertise is in. And I would hope to bring, this is new on the block now, this is new participant, and I hope, she's very interested in, but she does not know how to get involved because she was not, she has been not in our project framework. So she does not know what to do right at the moment. So Ms. Weiping Wei is International Office, Tourism and Hotel Management, Vocational College of Technology in Xianyang, city in a northwest of China. And that college is the model of vocational education in China. And it's quite popular vocational college, attracting a lot of resources, right? And the other person that I bring in is joining us today because she's shy and she just observing, is Miss Yingdi Zhang. Yingdi is she has her own group of families called Dalian Shuxiang Family Community. We've been working now and then for quite a long time, and she just bring families in. I wouldn't call it ordinary family. I would say interesting family. You know, just family like you and me, and local family. This is something providing us a quite good experience of how real local family would be, rather than being selected or pointed out. That's in China we often do. I'm afraid that's the reality, because so many people, and also we're during the cultural change and modernization, etc. And our kind of way of doing things, we often select people. But this is just people, can be anybody.
Dr. Ying, so Yingdi is going to help us understand the Chinese family communities and understand the customers. What are they looking for and how can we plan for them?
That's right. The thing is, she would bring the families in and give us ideas how local Chinese family behave. You know, it's in the real reality. That's right. Yeah. Because, for example, food and health. And Chinese families very much concerned for the health, you see? And that by no means only Chinese families interested in food and health. Nepalese families too. Yeah. You know, Indian families too. It's something in common. We can exchange.
Food is a common theme.
Yeah. And once we have such a common interest, it will be establishing bridges between families. When we stay in families from one another, either to China or Nepal, they have something in common. Definitely.
Actually, Ram and Namrata, when we are preparing the promotional material for your institute for food, we would try to understand from where you source. And I think in Nepal, it's all very original, local, organic. So we'll put those kind of words in your promotional material, you know, that the food you're getting at your homestay is like this, this, and this, and it is sourced from natural organic farms. Those kind of material we'll put. And we'll put some promotional pictures of your farms, of your people doing the farming, and the international, like circular economy, those kind of things we'll put. And it will become an excellent, I think, a point of promotion.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah. So such a promotion is not just Dr. Yasmin or other people leading us, because they can do it, but we still do not know how to do it. But this is something that you at least understand how you are going to create such promotion videos, because in our project we had before, we ask our participants to produce videos. Even children produced videos, you know, right? So you need to think about what you want to promote. That's where the storyboard coming from. That's Dr. Andy's course. You know, where's the promotion from. So once we have a basic IT skills, then Dr. Yasmin step in.
It's all about gastronomy.
Yeah, so that's something hands on. Okay, so our background, that you all know this, our background. So I've just quickly scanning this now. Okay, so our background is with live PBL model. We have achieved so far the students observing advanced teaching methods. You know, they've been very excited observing the way we're training, Dr. Yasmin delivery of the courses, Dr. Andy's delivery courses, because they are training teachers, you see? And they see the real things that's happening. It's interesting to them. But not only that, the students' project innovation skills, we engage with students, and so that they can support us. So we have a team of Chinese students, although they need to practice quite a lot about language and communication. That's the whole point. So we give them the task to support us. So once you have IT problems, they would step in to help us out, right? And if we have Nepalese students interested in this to supporting us, and they would, together with the Chinese students, to support media promotion, right? And these students are music students, so they would have a lot of different ideas. You know, recently they just produced promotion videos for themselves, recorded again. Yeah. So the other thing is we have promotion of academic and professional standard communication into this, because we have a second workshop of London International Conference in Education, and we have also ISME, which is the International Society of Music Education, in 2024 in Finland. But that is the music theme. Don't forget we have other themes like mountaineering, and we have other themes of food and health. We can also create very similar promotion academic standard, right? So Dr. Yasmin might say, hey, we have a conference on food and health and so on. I will have a conference in mountaineering. Yeah. So once you have some ideas how we're going to promote, how we're going to organize such a workshop, we have successful experiences for us, right? So you could create the themes, different themes to promote on different workshops and international conferences in the world. That's very important because that keeps us in a good standard, professional development, and also with universities. You see, the universities have a lot of students, right? And the youth and so forth, and keep us the knowledge up to date. The last and the least is the best award of a finalist of European Conference of E-Learning 2023 e-learning projects top 10. So that conference we have passed 2 rounds of competition. We are now in the finalist, top 10 European best e-learning project for that conference. Right, I've just submitted 5,000 words final report. They would put the report into the book. Now, if we carry on our project platform and we could join different competitions, and there are some coming competitions if we have a college involved from Nepal. Now we could join a competition in 2024, China's National Internet Plus competition. You know, it's just the sake of the interest and market. Maybe India has a science festival. There's many these sort of things in India as well, you see. And we open this up to have different competitions. So all these experiences will be packed into our training. Now you don't have to worry about it, but we set up such a structure, right? So that is the structure that we have. And finally, CPT certified, as Dr. Yasmin said, is really reached to the highest level of CPD accreditation for professional training, right? And I'm very confident because we use the same model, and this is new ideas will be very, very popular and highly endorsed by CPD. I'm very confident about this. So what we are now innovating about CPD is we are doing learning by doing. We create projects in theme of music, mountaineering, food, and health, right? In order to creating such a theme, and we start with IT, you know, basic tools there. And the second layer of learning by doing is we have a team of live PBL to promote the music. But don't forget, these teams can support us for IT, how to use digital tools. And learning by doing, also with the Dr. Andy Hogg, and he's going to deliver 5 sessions with digital literacy. They are very straightforward and simple. Even children are learning at the moment. If Yingdi can share a lot of experiences with us. And Yingdi's team started with zero experience of internationalization, zero opportunities of speaking English. You know, there's not such environment in China. Now we have done it, and now we see in the training program, and the children can follow Dr. Andy's instruction and to make videos. And they are children. They're around 10 or 11 years old. Now, don't feel shamed because we're adults or even university students, and they think, oh, that's really easy. Children can do it. Yes, we can use the same tool, but by no means you generate the content like children. You know, you have to think about how you use basic tools to design something. That's where we follow the simple logic, but develop our own project business. That's where Dr. Yasmin steps in. So after we have a basic IT skills, Dr. Yasmin would frame the courses by looking at what ideas you have, and Dr. Yasmin would have ways to guide us how we're going to promote our project, right? Yes, and how we're going to put projects on the system and so on. Although it can take time, but this initiative is very important. It's just the beginning to lead us into the field. It's not just after training we know everything. You know, we can't do everything. We must have very basic structure, basic skills, so that we know how to do it, what to do with it. Okay, Yasmin, you have a question?
You know, I just wanted to add on for understanding's purpose. So here, as Dr. Ying said, the tools are the same, but kids will use those tools for simpler purposes. But when we learn the tools, we'll use it for promoting our own business, tourism. And a simple example. So there is one site called Eventbrite. So once you learn the IT skills, you can know how without cost, free of cost, you can put your event on various sites, how you can use Google platform to do free promotion for yourself. So you will use those IT tools for a whole mature and adult purpose, even though the basic knowledge is the same. But when I step in, I'll show you that how you use these IT tools for promoting your business and saving money on marketing.
Right. You see, there's a lot of ideas from there. And then we have different initiatives to do that. But what happens if we have limited IT resources, we have a limited assessment, and it really depends on how we organize this. You know, our Nepalese friends would organize as a community. And you can organize a group, share one computer, that's fine. You know, at the moment, it's the basic structure, basic initiatives, and we are motivated, we are engaged, we know how to do it, what to do with it. That's more important than you're actually doing it, you know? So you could have a group of 4 sharing the computer, sharing the same mobile phone, and you could have online training for 1 hour. Then rest of the time you work offline. That's fine. You know, that's fine. And then you can share your experience with us, what you have done, what you think about it. So this will be the best, and we actually get everybody together. This will be from China, from Nepal, from even UK, from other countries, even from India. What I'm thinking about is that I still keep the family education in, because Homestay can have a very strong component of parents and children. And once we have family education in Homestay, we still can have family digital literacy, and the children and the parents, they learn computer tools together. And when they stay with a Homestay, they generate their diaries, and they also promoting their Homestay. You know, they tell their stories and they share on the internet what they have done. No, it's not only, this is wonderful, that is wonderful. That's very limited. Just tell us what they have done, you know? And if they posted such media, videos, pictures, and so on, as a family, that's wonderful, isn't it? Because family can share different ideas, and we can even set up the themes like agriculture, so the children would learn sustainability and agriculture from early stage. The parents would know this. There's really a lot of interesting thing we can do. But first, we need to get these tools familiar, particularly the structure. We organize as a project. Otherwise, we'll be falling apart, because if you want to do something, I want to do something, everybody wants to do something, now it's all falling apart. So we know each other, what we share the information about, we promote together, right? We have several different platforms and we can use at the moment. Dr. Yasmin has his own website. Dr. Andy Hogg has a learning management system. It's a complete version of learning management system, including course registration, course content, and also promoting side as well. And I'm sure that Ram, you could have your own website and so on. So we all promote something that is interesting to us, right? And this is not just one team, one person, but it's coming from the project-based learning from this, right? So this is kind of scenario we promote. So we put whole things together. Is we have 3 phases for our training. First phase is 5 sessions. It's just very basic multimedia digital literacy. Now, I still think we could focus on family digital literacy, and we kind of make an advanced digital literacy in theme of travel and tourism, right? So that children's story would be happening, for example, by assuming if you have customers stay at your home, what are you going to do, right? Can you just make a video showing us your trip plan or stay plan and so on? So we think about something that in terms of digital and homestay for digital literacy, and these 5 sessions will be delivered by Dr. Andy. It's in English, and it's training with a simplest English instruction. And the children can listen to it. The children can do it. So it's basic tools and structure. Another 5 sessions would be, of course, we all support, we all support on doing the tutorials. So it's not just one person training and we're all just listening. We have a task to do. This is a project-based learning. We have a task to do. We have tutorials. We make sure that you'll be supported by students, that you can finish the task and so on, right? So that's 5 sessions. And the last 5 sessions will be different themes. At the moment, we have 3 themes where they are definitely, we have resources. We can share the 3 themes and to innovate how homestay would be benefited, would be beneficial to homestay, like music, mountaineering, and also food and health. How that would benefit to a homestay, so that's the question. So we have we set up 3 tracks. We have some 3 tracks. Now this is a kind of flexible, at the moment we have these 3 themes. You may have more, but really depends on who would be interested in. You can, the trainees can attend all these tracks. All trainees can select one track, right?
We learned the agriculture. I think that was Ram's major focus. We'll do that.
Yeah. So you would work with we still have time to design this. So what we need to do is we discuss and agree with these training initiatives and structure. And I have a very good feeling about it, and people are interested in. Then we would complete this CPD certification application document. And then we will have a very clear strategy of promoting this training, because it's not just we create founders of this training, but we need to have people who are interested to join in, right? At the moment, I'm sure that the Capital Normal University group, our live PBL group, they are definitely interested in. And I'm sure that in this group is interested in the local families they're interested in. And what else? What else? Right? So there will be other groups, people in, but we need time to follow this strategy and get the program ready, certified, and we promote and our program, and we launch the training program in February 24, in February, right? So we still have time. I know November and December it's like a festival time in Nepal, you see, and also Christmas time in December, Chinese New Year coming in February. So, and also give us enough time. Give us enough time in February.
Diwali in India, Deepavali, which is a major festival. I think in Nepal also, in India also.
India and Nepal has similarity in festival.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we do is in the mid after the 15th of February, now we launch our training program, and we have plenty of time to get it ready. And then if we agree this, we have a contract agreement, then Dr. Yasmin would guide us for a business development model, you know, how we're going to set up the business model. Now, I can make it clear that we from the China part, is non-profitable. We are not seeking profit from China part. And Dr. Yasmin has her own ideas. Maybe Ram has your ideas, and also Namrata has her ideas, and so on and so on. But this is open to everybody, to talk about how we are going to set up this. Right, that's from me.
Okay, so one thing I think I would like to comment first upon what is project-based learning. So usually when people say we will train you, they give you a lecture, show you slides and leave you. Okay, so whether you understood, whether you forgot, whether you are able to apply that knowledge to really do something, they don't care. So when we are saying it is project-based learning, it's a different kind of education which is followed in developed countries like UK, USA, Europe. So in project-based learning, we take responsibility of what we are trying to teach, or new skills which we are trying to give to the person who's taking it. So we are not just talking, as Dr. Ying said. So we let the participant do it. So when we say that, okay, you will learn IT skills, so how you are able to use the IT skill and do some small project, making a small video for your own promotion, homestay, talking about agritourism, or talking about some cuisines which you offer, and show that you really learned that IT skill and are able to use that for your own profit. So we are there for you till that process. So that is project-based learning. So whosoever of your manager participates in our program, that person will do a small project, and it can be anything, making a promotional material, let's say chart or one-pager poster which can be put on the internet for cuisines or for music or for whatever the person is interested in, or how to track market, a small analysis of that, or how to know that who are your competitors, or how to know that which geography is interested in Nepal. So something they can select and show us that they really learned something from it. So that is project-based learning, which we are going to apply, rather than just giving you a few slides and leaving you. So that is one thing I wanted to clarify. And the other thing which Dr. Ying mentioned about being free of cost and being paid. So we also, capital case also doesn't want to make any huge profit, because as you said, India and China have a responsibility to really bring up their neighbors. So capital case also would just try to cover its basic cost, because we will be spending money on getting CPD approvals or putting up material or those things. So if this course is costing, let's say, £250 for people of the world, we may just say that please, just have a basic registration fees of £20, which is like, just basic thing. So something like that will come up once we know that what are our expenses, and it will be just a basic registration fee. So on the website, Even if you see that, course completion cost is £250 or £300, we are not going to charge you that. So for other people who really can afford that, it will be there. But then we understand that this case is not for making money. So we will also just like, try to cover the cost which we incur in this process. That's it. Maybe £20, maybe 25 or £15, whatever it comes to. So that is all we will be also looking for. That's it. For us also, it will be like helping our neighbor. Dr. Ying, would you like to say something?
That's it. I think that's I have
Okay.
highlight. I hope that's is understandable. You can follow.
I'm
me.
eager to listen to Namrata and Ram. So I really want to understand what you people want from all of this. So basically, I joined this meeting for that only, to understand and listen to you. What do you actually want from this?
Namrata?
Yes, we can see you, Namrata. You are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. She's on the mobile.
Yeah, I am too. So, Ram sir, will you speak about?
I think she was lapsing what we are discussing about. So let me cover it.
Okay.
Namrata, now we are on the stage that we have to provide our comment and our realization. So from my side, I think that it's not about the project should go profit or not for profit. In my opinion, it should be sustainable. We should design this project in such a way that it could be sustainable. And more clearly, I would like to tell that it should be self-sustainable. I believe in sustainability and self-sustainable. So let's everyone come with the idea and contribute from every side, and every individual being participating in this project. No matter what role I will have, what role Namrata will have, and everyone will have. But I think the common thing is that our project should be self-sustainable in modality. The business model should be, I think, self-sustainable model, so that this project can be run in long term. And another thing I want to add on, most importantly, is just by saying, okay, we applied the method of teaching, learning by doing, or applied method of teaching. Everybody in this world, they tell it. I'm aware about it. Very frankly, I think youth of Nepal, they go to international university in the phase of marketable education. But what I have seen is that because 100,000 of Nepal graduate had already joined, very reputed international university in whole world. Some in America, some in China, some in India, some in Europe, some in Japan, Australia, everywhere. But the question is here, why they are not able to be marketable in their nation? So it is very concerning point from my side, just by telling, okay, we are going to do. So what I think is that someone whom will do mentoring or teaching or whatever, if those will be really proven that they are marketable, then I think that should be the indicator of our mentor or teacher or instructor or facilitator. Just by completing the course, just by doing the process, even CPD or whatever. So in my opinion, very clearly, I hope you will participate it and it is anticipated. So the
Ram,
indicators
that is the point we want from you. So what in your eyes will be, a measure of success? Exactly, that is what we want to ask you.
I'm repeating it because this is very important.
Yes.
So just by getting certificate, just by completing this number of months, and they were the profile, mentor or trainer or teacher. So that is not going to be enough. My opinion is that the indicators should be, the evaluation system should be, those who were educated are really marketable.
I guess it should be your business success. So if you say that, before the training, this was the turnover we were making, this was the amount of tourists we were getting, and this was the efficiency, this was the customer feedback. And if you see a betterment, change towards better after receiving the training, let's say your customers are more satisfied. You get, earlier you were getting 3-star review, now you're getting 5-star reviews, or your customers increase, or you get more exposure. Those things should be a measure of whether we have taught you properly and whether you have understood the process properly. So those things you need to identify that what is critical for your business and what you would like to improve by going through this process.
There is one thing is that this is under the this is in assumption, under the condition that you have a mature project, so that when you are training, you have feedback from the customers or response from the market about your project, right? So this is one kind of measurement for the success. Now, the other part is, I would assume this is very common. If I'm wrong, your entrepreneurs will tell me this is wrong. A lot of entrepreneurs, they have their own homestay business. They carry on daily routine, just doing what the customers come in. Now, they need to have time to think about what resources around them and how they can best use of limited resources, how they can collaborate, working together with international partners, And once you will have available resources, we know that would be shared and creating better projects. This initiative is very important. And this is also our training to bring you to the level of you explore the initiatives, right? So most often, when your homestay know your resources, and even just within our training program, our counterparts would have market already to connecting you and to give you the feedback and to see if we are interested or not. So we got the international resources and partners already in. We bring the initiatives in. Now we have very initial initiatives in terms of marketing response. Because, for example, if you're on the theme of food and health, for example, and our Chinese counterparts will tell you if we're interested in that cuisine. If we cook something, you might, in the family, you might give us back. So no, this is too complicated. This is ask for a lot of ingredients we do not have in Nepal, for example, right? So this is kind of a lot of details experiences that even our trainees in our platform would have initial response to it. But I think if we start with something possible, something we can start, it can, like a snowball, it can grow, it can rolling, getting bigger and bigger, right? And volunteering, connecting with sport, and there's a lot of challenges, localities involved. And what the Chinese counterpart would say something about mountains, right? So this is something like some initiatives we bring together. We can start to communicate from one another, and it's not just mature projects. We need to bring your levels to direct communicating to the market. But don't forget, small businesses have a lot of initiatives that we do not realize. We know, because we're not in that environment. We're working alone. Does that make sense? This is something that I like to say. This is based on our project, music project. It's a wonderful project, but we are still limited with international resources. And because international counterparts join in and out, and they are not, they're not really following this project-based framework. It's hard to be disciplined, you see. And our university students, and they're very disciplined, led by the professor. And you can see a very clear kind of progress towards to internationalization. Although we still have a lot of issues, and like communication, introduce themselves and so on and so on. But at the moment, they know where they are. How are they going to talk to international students and so on and so on. So I think for small businesses, and when they share this kind of training, and we have common interests, but we can, through the training, we can also open up the communication, right? So that's also very clear achievement that we want to have after the training. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Namrata, you have anything to add?
No, sir. I have been disconnected for a few times, so that there is gap. I will listen to the recorded video and then decide.
Yeah, I told them you are in the rural setting and there is no Wi-Fi.
No problem. I think Namrata, Ram will surely fill you in about the discussion you missed. Now, I would again request Ram to, come up with his thoughts in a point-wise manner, if possible, as to what you would like as an outcome from this training. If you would explain yourself better, we will understand you better, and the whole process will be more sharpened towards the target.
Okay. So number one, expected outcomes from our side is that Nepal's sustainable tourism should be marketed.
Okay.
And,
I'm noting it down.
And Namrata and myself, we have done some layman survey and research on this, and we have found that Nepal's homestay and family homestay, community homestay, cooperative homestay, COOP homestay, these are all the different names, but it represents the same thing, sustainable tourism.
They are all yours. Let me understand the basic thing. So when you say Nepal Homestay, that is your organization. So
yeah,
you said 2 or 3 other names. They are all same, belonging to you.
I'm telling you the brand name. No matter it is said COOP Homestay, Cooperative Homestay, Sahakari Homestay, Community Homestay, EcoHomestay, Family Homestay, Family Farmstay. These are all synonyms of the same thing. So, so what we have found is that the tourists flowing to Nepal, our tourists are already sensitive, conscious in nature. By nature, they are conscious. They do want to travel sustainable in the sustainable way, They do want to go and stay in the family farmer's house, homestay. But the thing is that there is no homestay managers. There are thousands, 100,000 of hotel managers, even in Nepal, also being produced by Nepal University and all international university. This is why another very important expectation from our side is that there should be production of homestay manager and qualified and marketable and capable homestay managers, at least like Namrata.
Excellent. Now we
I don't
understand
know
what you're
about
looking
India.
for.
Yes, this is my main point. There is zero number of homestay managers in Nepal. And I am almost confident that the same thing is in case of India also. I cannot tell about China. In India also, there is no homestay managers. I am very confident. So let me give you example. In past March, in the month March, Nepal government statistic tells that there were more than 100,000 number of tourists came to Nepal in 1 month.
Okay.
But 99.999% of all those tourists, they only stayed in the hotel.
Oh, 99.9%.
Yes.
Okay.
And even 0.001% tourists did not go to thousands of homestay in Nepal.
That's
The
bad
reason
for your
behind
business. That's
what
very
is the
bad for
reason?
your business.
What is the reason? What is the reason, in my opinion, is that there are thousands of hotel managers. They are marketing their hotels. Even in government employment also, they all are hotel managers.
I think there's one more reason. There's one more reason I can tell you. What I sense is another reason is that, you know, hotels are standardized.
Let me complete, Dr.
Yes.
Nicholas, please let me go
Yes.
with the conclusion, okay? This is what I have been raising, and I'm bringing the problem. This is the main problem.
Okay.
So the solution, if we understand, the theory tells, you know, if you fail to define the problem accurately, you are not going to be able to solve the problem.
Absolutely.
So I am now, Namrata, and I have defined the problem in case of Nepal. Why 0.001% of tourists did not reach the homestay? Because if you see how many homestay managers are there in Nepal, there is no homestay managers in Nepal by government or by private company. There are only hotel managers. Okay, why there are only hotel managers? Because Nepal University or even Indian University or international, they do not have graduate degree, master's degree in homestay management. They have MBA degree in hotel management. They have other degree, but they don't have, you know, the course designed for homestay managers. So my another expectation is that whether or not we can go with vocational course, you know, or in any way. So if there will be homestay managers, if there will be capable and qualified and skilled homestay managers, they can do marketing of homestay and they can extend the tourist in the homestay. For example, if there were at least a dozen of homestay managers in Nepal in the month of March, those homestay managers would act on marketing, promoting the homestay, and definitely at least 50%. Let's say not 50%.
Right.
Connection is bad now.
At least
We can't hear you, Ram. We can't hear you.
The connection is bad.
Ram, we can't hear you properly. You'll have to repeat everything.
There is no homestay manager. Okay, can you hear me?
Now it is
Okay,
better.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the evidence is that because there is no homestay managers, and the impact, the negative impact is that if there is no homestay manager, who will do the marketing of homestay? This is why I have realized the critical need of homestay managers. And hotel managers and homestay managers are not the same, because hotel managers, they are taught to have the skill of how to do the marketing of hotel.
Right.
You know very
Absolutely.
well, hotel and homestay are two different things.
Yes.
Hotel and homestay are not the same thing. Like how the commercial bank and the cooperative are two different things. So if any graduate who are taught the how to run bank, commercial bank, that HR, that human capital cannot run the cooperative. So this is how the HR who are produced for hotel management they can never be capable to deal with the homestay management.
That's true.
So this is very important to realize among the professor of the whole world.
I like to say something about the comments on this. Now, because of the nature of homestay, and we need to embrace, to build up, to develop something, to develop that sector first, then the manager come in. If we don't develop that sector enough, or just copying normal other tourism, hotel management, for example, tourism's in, and the homestay sector isn't mature enough, and training managers is still like a dream, there's not much into it. So, for example, our program is to bring the projects in to make people realize this is the sector, this is something interesting. Then the managers' initiative or the needs for training managers' initiatives will coming up. And if we just develop professional trade development for the managers, we don't have projects and the needs to support, unless there's some fundings for it. Okay, Yasmin.
Thank you, Dr. Ying. I have two thoughts. I listened very keenly to the problem Ram is pointing out too, and that's a genuine big problem. So I think my idea, you can think about it. One thing is we are already going for CPD approval. We can change our title or, suit our title in such a way that we say this is a course for homestay managers, and we can tailor our course to developing homestay managers. So the person will have something. I get that some of the homestay managers are mature. They don't have time to go for degrees and go into learning hotel management into top institutes or foreign countries. They just want to be at their home because of their responsibilities and they want to do the business. So we can have some kind of certification. We are already applying for it, which says this is for homestay management. So we can tailor that. Second thing is we can also tailor our course curriculum or the projects which we will do according to the specific need that, the focus will be developing a homestay manager. So that thing can be introduced. So those are two of my points. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Ram, can you explain the structure? I mean, you bring this your shared screen here. I think there's something very interesting here. So what is the structure for?
This is my vision and concept. We are trying to, Namrata and I are trying to implement it in Nepal. First time in Asia and probably first time in whole world. First of all, I told you that we believe that the key solution of poverty is the sustainable tourism, agri-tourism. So when we are talking about homestay, farmstay, these all represent sustainable tourism and community-based tourism. So this chart here, you can see the linkage of Nepal's community homestay with ICA. The brand name is already there. COOP is the brand. So when we are talking about homestay management or homestay, it means that we are talking about selling of COOP brand. And so in the left side, you can see in case of Nepal, at the bottom, this chart shows the organogram. So we are trying to implement in case of Nepal. So bottom, if you see from bottom here, so here at bottom, these units are family homestay. And many in a community there are many family. So these all the individual family, they formulate the community homestay, and finally they take the form of homestay cooperative. I hope you understand the model of cooperative. So in Nepal there are 753 municipalities by its political demography, and so in a municipality there can be many community homestay, and all those community homestay are under the municipal homestay cooperative. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
And then there are 77 districts in Nepal. So there will be 77 district union of homestay cooperative. I'm telling in short, homestay cooperative, it is actually in full form, it is called Homestay Tourism Cooperative.
Okay.
So there are seven provinces in Nepal, total. 7 states, that is 7 provinces. So all 77 district homestay cooperative union and all 753 homestay cooperative union, they all will be under umbrella of seven provincial homestay cooperative union. And finally, there is the central tourism cooperative union already working in Nepal. And myself, I am consultant in the Central Tourism Cooperative of Nepal, which is the apex body of sustainable tourism of Nepal. Likewise, so this is within Nepal. You should know that there is International Alliance of Cooperative. There is alliances of apex body of national apex body of cooperative among Asian countries and international level. And finally, it goes up to ICA, International Cooperative Alliance, and COPAC. And then finally, it has connection with United Nations COPAC, Cooperative Department. So Cooperative for Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. So the intellectual expectation from the homestay, it is not a less valuable thing we are talking about. It is very important thing we are talking about. So my belief is that if this organogram being implemented, so for implementing this organogram in case of Nepal, the challenge is that there are, see, you can see in every municipality, at least we require one homestay manager, qualified homestay managers. So there are 753 municipalities in Nepal. Nepal government is ready to hire and create job for 753 graduates if they are homestay managers. So the job is waiting there. Nepal government is ready to hire, but no university is producing homestay managers. So that is the impact. Another impact is that because I already told you, because there are no homestay managers, this is why homestay of Nepal are not being sold. Tourists are coming to Nepal, but tourists are not going to homestay. The reason is because there are no homestay managers. And there are 77 districts in Nepal. So if there will be senior homestay managers like executive homestay managers, like their designation will be director, I mean senior managers who will control all 753 homestay managers of Nepal. And likewise, there are 7 provinces. So even more senior homestay managers. And finally, if human resource, which I'm telling homestay managers like this, if one can produce such human resource, such human capital who can deal with homestay management. Homestay means sustainable tourism. Sustainable tourism means sustainable agri-tourism. And finally, I like to tell you that, in my opinion, tourism is nothing other than selling of agricultural resources. Tourism is mainly selling of community human resources. Tourism is mainly selling about a story and information, culture, art, music, festival, film, everything. So tourism is all about selling of, everything. And mainly the most important thing is sustainable tourism. Another thing is that community-based tourism. Why community-based tourism? Because unless and until the socio-economic benefit and equity share, equity ownership, if these two things, the socio-economic benefit, not only socio-economic benefit, but compulsory. What important is that it should be compulsory that equity of tourism establishment. If the mechanism is there, if the business model is set, if the community people, the poor people, the family farmer, the smallholders, the youth, if they are provided the socio-economic benefit and equity share of all tourism establishment in the community, then only the poverty, the employment, women empowerment, at least I can tell about Nepal. And I'm very confident that if this is a successful model in case of Nepal, it can be replicated in whole Asia, at least in whole developing countries. Tourism is the key solution to poverty. So I'm talking about the challenge, one challenge. So we have to implement this organogram in Nepal, and we came to the realization, Namrata and myself, we have spent our decades on this. And when we tried to implement this organogram in case of Nepal, then we realized that there are no homestay managers, not only in Nepal, even almost everywhere. And then I contacted many universities in the world. And I found that no university is offering the course specialized in homestay management. So this is why it is very critical expectation from my side. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you so much. I think now we understand very deeply as to what you are looking for and why is it important for you.
I let me just add one thing, a very short comment on this. And I really believe our structure is not far away from your requirement at all. I tell you the reason. Now, for managers, if you train managers as a product-based training and say like we have IT skills, that's essential. Say that your managers now have IT skills. Now they are training managers for homestay. Now, Dr. Yasmin would have the training like a product based.
Yes.
That means, for example, the manager trainee would tell us what themes they are going to bring together for the tourism. Is it music? Is it mountaineering? Or is it agriculture? Is it sport? Is it anything most likely to be happening in the future that this manager is going to manage? Now, once you have a different themes, then ask the manager to promote. And this is something at the layer of Dr. Yasmin's training for managers, that this manager actually knows there are several themes running there, you see. And then the manager would have managing resources to consider. They have some projects there to manage. This is one layer at the operational level. I think it's very important because otherwise we don't have market. We're talking about in the cloud for training managers. They don't have products at all.
I'm sorry, I'll have to leave in 5 minutes. Somebody is waiting.
Okay. The other layer is, Dr. Yasmin, I'm finished this now. The other layer is a regulation and standardization framework and so on. This come afterwards, because if we don't have the basic things running and the market mature enough, for our developing countries. A lot of regulations from Europe, European or United Nations, so on. You can't have that training program forever, So that regulations and all the procedures, compliances would also come when our project mature enough. So this is something that in our mind, the structure is not far away from what we're talking about to be standardized. Okay, so that's all from me.
Thank you, Dr. Ying. I totally agree with that. My concluding remarks for you, Ram and Namrata, will be that we will be able to cater to this need now that we understand, because we were close, like we were very close already, as Dr. Ying said, that we were very close. Now we will exactly tailor the whole thing to giving a certificate for a homestay manager, and then a senior homestay manager, and then maybe a general manager, some kind of, so there can be 3 levels. We can start with level 1, develop level 2, level 3. We understand this, and I think we are totally capable, given the type of expertise we have in our group, all the experts which we have come together, we will be able to cater to that need. And with that, I really, really thank you, and I have to leave because somebody's waiting at my desk. So bye-bye. And in my chat, I have shared 2 of my email addresses. One is for capital case and one is Gmail. So we will keep in touch. So please check the chat and you can note my email address. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste. Okay, Ram,